Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're back in Grand Theft Auto Online and we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in GTA Online. Imagine that. Before we get into the video, if you guys could, I would really appreciate it. May is an awful month for me every single year. So if you enjoyed the video, if you find it useful, if you get the good info, all that stuff, if you could consider liking the video and subscribing if you guys are new. We're going through it. Every May we go through it on this channel. So we're back to the usual. So nothing different. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this week. Starting off, the weekly challenge is going to be for $100,000 as usual, and that's going to be to complete 3 nightclub popularity missions. That's either the Kick Out Troublemaker or the Drive the VIP Home mission. They pay you $10,000 as it is, and they're going to get you the weekly challenge this week, but they're also part of the bonus money activities this week, which are focusing on the nightclub heavily. So let's start talking about those. So to get started, we have double money on the nightclub safe income. So instead of $50,000, it's going to be $100,000 every 48 minutes. That's pretty darn good. Business battle goods are going to be twice as many. You're going to get twice as much money for doing the business battle and twice as much RP as well. Johan missions also double the goods, double the money, and double the RP as well. And the nightclub basement is going to be producing stock twice as fast for the remainder of this week, which is completely passive, so that's actually going to be really awesome. Hopefully you guys can sell your nightclub maybe twice this week. That'd be pretty sweet. But some pretty good bonuses going on in the nightclub there, but we also have double money on the nightclub popularity missions. So that's the Kick Out Troublemaker again and the Drive the VIP Home. Those normally pay 10K, now they're going to be paying 20,000. Not a huge increase, but it's something. It'll add up. By the end of the week, you'll maybe get like an extra $100,000 from that. So could be pretty good. You should probably be AFKing this week as well in GTA, or at least I would recommend that, especially if you're gonna be just AFKing for a short period of time, like maybe 2 hours or something. You'll definitely come out ahead in the game for sure. So take advantage of that. But of course you didn't hear that from me because we can't AFK in this game, right? Because there's no AFK methods in GTA Online. ROCKSTAR, you got them all. It's amazing. You're great work, by the way. Don't look up AFK methods. Now we also have some other bonus money going on this week. We still have triple money and triple RP on Old School Hits, which is GTA series videos custom mode that they added to GTA Online using the mission creator. So that's pretty cool. Triple money, it's not bad. It's a good way to make some money. And we also have double money on Terabyte client jobs. Now those actually pay pretty decently to begin with, so on double money they're actually going to be a really good way to make money, honestly. So take advantage of that this week as well. I don't even want to hear it. For those of you that know, we have deadline on double money and double RP, and we have regular deadline and deadline duet, my favorite adversary modes of all time. So that's cool. And we're supposed to have double money on the community race series, but under community jobs there's no races available, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But if you can find them, I guess they're on double money. So there you go. Starting off with the discounts this week, we're starting off with the property discount, of course, which is going to be on nightclubs, including upgrades and modifications. So any nightclub is going to be 40% off this week. So make sure you're buying a nightclub. It is one of the best businesses in the entire game, especially if you're late game. But if you're early game still, just buy one while they're 40% off anyways. Trust me, you will not regret it. You'll make the money back from the safe this week probably. Now, as far as the nightclub location goes, the more north you get, kind of the better. However, there is something to note here. Now, personally, I use the Mission Row nightclub, and the reason for this is because it's very protected. It's in the back of an alleyway, sort of, and it's, you know, it backs out onto the main road here, but it is very protected. So if you're bringing business battle goods in or anything like that, it's decent in that aspect. However, if you want probably what is going to be one of the more ideal locations as far as doing the sale missions for the nightclub basement, you're probably going to want to get like either the downtown Vinewood or the West Vinewood nightclub. Those are probably the most ideal locations. You could maybe go for the Strawberry if you want to save a little bit of money, but honestly, I'd say probably go for West Vinewood or the downtown Vinewood nightclub. Either of those are going to be probably the best options, Mission Row being the third best, and anything else I would probably avoid, honestly, because none of them are really in a great location. Maybe the Del Perro one, but it's not as good as these ones. For an extra like 30 grand, you might as well get one of the best locations. So that's what I would advise you to do. Now, as far as the upgrades go in here, the nightclub style, the light rig, and the nightclub name are all completely cosmetic. So are the dancers and the dry ice. Now, the storage is what you actually need to be focused on. Now, this is going to be your car storage here. So these are the garage levels. Now, your nightclub will come with one garage slot, but then you can upgrade with up to 3 more 10-car garages, which is pretty cool. But the main thing you need to worry about are the extra floors in the storage facility. This is going to allow your nightclub to accrue goods for longer because it can hold more of each good type, meaning you have to sell less often, meaning it fills up to, you know, a smaller amount less because it has more time to accrue goods, and you can accrue more goods so you can do less sales. That's the best way to explain it. This is the thing that I would recommend upgrading and focusing on. If you're on a budget, I would absolutely focus on adding as many floors as you can to your nightclub facility this week. Screw the garage, screw any of the cosmetic upgrades or anything like that. Just focus on the storage. That is going to be the best option to like help you make more money in the long run. So that's what I recommend. For vehicle discounts, we're going to start off on Legendary Motorsport this week with the Grotti Italia GTO. This is one of the best sports cars in the entire game. It has excellent customizations based off the Ferrari 812 Superfast, which is a sweet car, but it's all-wheel drive and it has really good handling, good acceleration, and a decent top speed of about 128 miles per hour. It's really good. It's one of my favorite cars in the entire game. I think I own 3 of them. It benefits heavily from curb boosting. Now, if you don't know what curb boosting is, it's basically going over bumps in the road repeatedly. That causes this car to go like way faster than that 128 mile per hour top speed that I just told you about. It's a glitch. It's an advanced handling flag issue, I believe, but basically this thing will like actually start flying. Like, it is so fast when you start going over those bumps, and that can be little curbs in the city, that can be small adjustments in the pavement height and stuff like that. This thing is wickedly fast. For $1,375,000, you cannot go wrong with this car. It's still the best sports car in the entire game for racing on most circuits, without HSW being considered. With HSW, it's the Pinard Le Carousse for sure, but the Italia GTO, it can kind of keep up with the Karin S95, which has HSW and has a top speed of 156, by the way. So it is ridiculously fast. You gotta buy one. Scrolling further down, we have one of the former fastest supercars in the game. Still, for a non-HSW supercar, it's really, really quick. This is the Pfister 811, and it also has had a missile lock-on jammer added to it semi-recently, so that's pretty cool. Now, this thing is technically all-wheel drive, but it's gonna feel a little bit more like it's rear-wheel drive because it doesn't send much power to the front wheels. Customization-wise, it's pretty mid. There's not much you can do to it. It's really not that great in that aspect. It is really quick in a straight line. This thing has a top speed of about 132 to 133 miles per hour, somewhere in that neighborhood. So for a non-HSW supercar, it's still really, really fast. I think it's actually still like maybe like top 3, top 5 in the game as far as non-HSW again. But it's a decent car for free mode. If you've ever wanted one at any point for some reason, I mean, I would say buy it now. It's 30% off. You kind of can't go wrong with it. And with the missile lock-on jammer now, I feel like it's actually a pretty decent car. So consider buying it if you're interested. If not, avoid it. It's fine. We also have the Grotti Stinger GT discounted this week for $612,500. Now, this thing has a missile lock-on jammer that's been added to, which is great. It's a pretty good-looking sports classic car, at least in my opinion. I personally like how it looks. However, one thing to note is that it has absolutely zero customization. There's nothing you can do to this car other than like change the wheels and the color, which you can do that on every car. So it's not really anything special. Performance-wise, it's not that great either. Handling-wise, it feels pretty good to drive, but it's not the best car ever for sure. For $612,500, you could definitely get like a better performing sports classic car. But if you're interested in it, if you've ever wanted one and you've never had one before in GTA Online, well, it's 30% off. You kind of can't go wrong with it, I guess. Again, if it's something you're interested in and if you don't really care about performance, it's a good car in that aspect. If you do care about performance though, I would avoid this one entirely. Over on Warstock, we have a discount on the Cargo Bob this week. This is one that you should absolutely not buy, and the reason for that is because the DH7 Iron Mule has completely replaced the Cargo Bob, and it's literally better in every single way. It's faster, has more armor, can lift things that are heavier, it has an easier time lifting as well. there's really no downside to the Iron Mule, and at this point the Cargo Bob is just super outdated and it's just literally not worth buying. It does have a missile lock-on jammer available for it, so does the Iron Mule. Again, still better in every single way. So the Cargo Bob is definitely something that I just simply don't recommend buying this week. It's just gone on for too long. It just can't keep up with the Iron Mule, so don't buy it. Over on Southern San Andreas Super Auto, starting off with the Karen Bohr discount. If you've somehow missed getting the Karen Bohr for free by this point, that's honestly on you, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to not buy the Karen Bohr. This thing has literally been available for free 7 times in like the last year. Yeah, I just don't recommend buying it. It's probably going to come up for free next week. Honestly, that's not even a joke. It probably will be free next week. It's going for 896,000. I just don't see how that's worth it in any way. I mean, it has all-wheel drive. It's got some cool customization. It's based off the Subaru Brat. I just don't recommend it. It's also extremely weak too, by the way. Even with full armor upgrades, if you crash this thing enough times, it'll start smoking, and it won't be very many times when you're crashing it. So just, yeah, nobody buy the Karen Bohr. It's not that good off-road. It's not really good at anything. So just, yeah, no, don't buy the Karen Bohr. We also have the Ubermax Sentinel Classic discounted this week. Now this thing can be upgraded through Bentley's to have a wide body version, which is pretty cool. And with that, you get way more customization than the regular car gets. Now with that said, the regular car has decent customization. It's not great. It's not awful either though. For 455,000 or 341, either price is really good as far as I'm concerned. It's a really good car. Just in general, and if you put that Benny's upgrade on it, it just makes it just that much better, you know. So if you're interested in doing a Benny's customization with, you know, a lot of options and stuff like that, I would definitely recommend getting the Sentinel Classic this week while it's discounted. Enjoy the regular Sentinel Classic, but then you can always upgrade it to the Benny's version later as well. So that's what I'd recommend doing. I think this thing is absolutely worth every penny that they're asking for it. We also have the Declassy Drift Tampa. Now this thing has drift tuning available for it. So does the Sentinel Classic wide body, by the way. Just forgot to mention that, but that does have drift tuning available. The Drift Tampa is a good drift car. However, it is really, really large. And so for that reason, when you're drifting it around, you're gonna run into things in this car that you wouldn't in other cars, probably like the Sentinel Classic wide body, to be honest. It's just such a big vehicle. It also has no customization. It's got the Ragga Rum livery and the Hot Ring Racer and the option for no livery as well. But unfortunately, that's it. There's no other customization for this car other than the paint color. For 700K, like if it's something you're interested in, if you really like this, if you're a big fan of like Ken Block or something like that, you may want to consider buying the Drift Tampa. But for most players, I would recommend avoiding it, honestly. It's not that special of a car. It's really cool looking and everything like that. It has the drift tuning and all that, but there's just really nothing too special or unique about it, and you can't really make it into something that's super unique or special either. So in my opinion, just avoid this one. We also have the Willard Eudora discounted this week for $875,000. It's kind of a lot of money for what you're getting. It is a really cool old looking car. If it's something that you're interested in, then definitely buy it while it's on discount. Something to note is that you do have taxi work available with this thing through having a special livery for it, the taxi livery. It's not the best taxi to use. The best taxi to use if you're trying to make money as fast as possible is going to be the Annis Hardy. And so for that reason, I don't recommend it for taxi work. It's just not going to be the most efficient, which obviously with taxi work, you're not making very much money very quickly. So you kind of want to be efficient, and this thing is just not going to do that for you. It's a cool car. If you're a fan of old cars, I would say buy it. It also has the missile lock-on jammer, which is cool. But $875,000 is a lot of money for this thing. Like you can get an Italia GTO for like 500K more. Kind of crazy. Cool car. Again, if you want it, buy it. If not, avoid it. No problem. Going back to Legendary, I totally forgot that this thing was on here. I thought it was on Southern, but we have the Canis Free Crawler. Actually, a very fun off-road vehicle. Not going to win you any races, not going to be great performance-wise, but as far as just having pure off-road fun, this thing's really good. Now, it's pretty ugly, doesn't have a lot in the way of customization, but for $417,000, if you're looking for a fun off-road vehicle, this is actually one that I do recommend, to be completely honest. It's really, really fun. The suspension is super bouncy. There's a lot of give to it. It's really fun in like the sand dunes and jumping and stuff like that. So for that reason, I recommend it if that's something you're interested in, but for most players, you can avoid it completely fine. Online. Within the casino this week, we have the Overflawed and Morgan available to be won. Really interesting car, not the prettiest looking car, that's for sure, but a very good one performance-wise, so for that reason, I recommend trying to win it for sure. Within the car mate, we have the Annis Minimus that they were just charging a bunch of money for with the new livery. Available to be won this week for free. And in order to win it, you're gonna have to place first for 4 days in a row in LS Car Meet Series races, so hopefully you didn't buy it last week, because now you can get it for free. If you did buy it last week, win it here and then sell your other one, I guess, and at least you'll still have the car and you'll get a bit of money back. But anyway, we have the Dinkaveris, which is extremely overpriced. This thing goes for, yeah, $192,000 for an ATV. Don't recommend that, not necessarily, honestly. We also have the Cognoscenti Cabrio for $185,000. One of the ugliest cars of all time in GTA, but it is a hardtop convertible. For those of you that are interested in that, it could be kind of cool, but yeah. And we also have the Western Damon, the Western Zombie Bobber, my bad. $99,000 for that if you're interested. Can't honestly tell you much about it. I don't think I've ever owned it, but yeah. We also have the Panad Le Carouse available to be purchased with HSW for $2,972,000. I would just make one yourself. It'll be a little bit cheaper probably. Within Simeons, we have a few interesting vehicles. We got the Weenie Dynasty here, a very overpriced vehicle. It's going for $450,000. That's crazy. We also have the Shotaro for $2,250,000. Crazy expensive as well. It is a very good bike though, I will say that. Volcar Warner for $120,000. We have the Western Damon this time. I'm gonna get it right. For $170,000. That's a lot of money, man. But it is a pretty cool looking bike, so maybe you might want that. And we also have the Dubocci Exemplar as well for $205,000. A 4-door version of the Rapid GT. Pretty cool. Nothing that special here, but yeah, interesting. The priority file this week within the Garment Factory is going to be the Project Breakaway file. Within the salvage yard, your robbery targets are going to be the Fister Growler for completing the Podium Robbery. The Cargo Ship Robbery will get you the Dinka Jester Classic, and the Albany Cavalcade XL is available by completing the Gangbanger Robbery. But of course, none of them are claimable. Within Luxury Autos, we have the Fister Extreme and the Dinka Chavos V6. Nothing special here. You can get both of them on the websites. The gun van location today, the day this video is coming out, is going to be right here at the drop-off for a lot of the heist missions and stuff like that in story mode. And within the gun van, we have a 30% discount on the heavy rifle, which is very expensive to begin with. So not really a gun I recommend, honestly. It's really not worth it, I don't think. However, the combat shotgun is really cool and it's available this week, so I would recommend that. Compact EMP launcher is decent. We got the sniper rifle, we got the atomizer, which you should have, and the shocker as well, which is pretty cool. For throwables, we got pipe bombs, tear gas, and proximity mines, and body armor is of course 10% off as always. Your RC Bandito time trial today is Construction Site 1, your Junk Energy time trial is Sewer System, your regular time trial is Elysian Island, and your HSW time trial is North Chumash to Palomino Highlands. So it's going to start right here on the west side of the map, and it's going to end at the very bottom of this little road on the east side of the map. But there you have it, guys. That's been it for what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Again, if you enjoyed the video, if you learned something, if you found it informative, useful, whatever, if you could drop a like, that would mean a lot to me. And consider subscribing if you guys are new. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care. Peace.